Are you celebrating your wins as much as you learn from your setbacks? Hi, I'm Stephen from CareerFit, and in this video I want to talk about the balance of celebrating achievements and effectively addressing challenges in your career guidance practice. How do you ensure that your students recognize their success while also learning from their setbacks? Let's dive into this and how it can lead to continued improvement and better outcomes. The first thing we need to be mindful of when we're dealing with our students is making sure that they recognize the importance of acknowledging successes. Every now and again, students can get caught up in the day-to-day activities of trying to be a teenager, trying to be a college student, and they can actually forget about some of the small things that actually make up the big things. So when we start focusing on making sure that the students recognize the small steps which lead to the big steps, it gives them much more confidence to be able to take those small steps which lead to the bigger steps. A huge part of that is really acknowledging and getting the students to acknowledge internally how those successes have affected them, what little changes they've made, what little steps that they've made, that when they put that on the right trajectory can ensure that they're on the right path for their career guidance. So how can we celebrate these student achievements? Well, the first thing that we can do is when we're having these workshops and we're having these conversations with the people who we're helping, with our students and with our clients, we can make sure that we're extracting as many of these stories as possible. Things that these students or things that these clients may not even recognize as being achievements. More often than not, students and individuals, when they come and they talk to people like us, they want to downplay a little bit of some of the things that they've accomplished, or they don't feel that what they've accomplished is all that big or all that important in the grand scheme of things. How many times have you had conversations with people where the students have just said something as a throwaway comment, which has marked a huge change in how they perceive the world or how they are perceiving their career guidance or their career path? And we want to be able to extract that. We want to be able to get the students to acknowledge and recognize, actually, that's a massive, massive mind shift in where you were even a couple of weeks ago, to be able to recognize where you're going and what kinds of things that you want to accomplish. So being able to have these conversations with students, being able to make sure that they are recognizing as much as possible, even these small incremental changes can make a huge difference. So one of the things that we as counselors need to be really mindful of is listening for the little stories, the little changes and the little detections where we can really pick apart and see where this student is making changes and where those achievements are coming from. So hopefully we're able to set an environment where students are able to really engage, really feel comfortable, and then we are actively listening to make sure that we are recording these, to make sure that we can mirror them back to the students so as they can start to really acknowledge and internalize these achievements, no matter how small. So how can we create a positive feedback environment? Well, the first thing we need to do is obviously make sure that the students are comfortable when they're talking to us. They can't feel that anything that is said in the environment of our feedback sessions is going to be shared anyway, or is going to be leaked out to other people. And for them to feel confident and secure that what's said in the room stays in the room, that as they're growing and as they're being vulnerable and as they're looking to develop their ideas and grow and learn, that we are there on their side. We're here to help them to become the amazing adults that we know that they can be. So making sure that the students understand this, that whatever they say in the room stays in the room, and then whatever is said in the context of their changing, of their growth, of whatever decisions that they're going to be making, we're on their side to help them to put that into the right context, to be able to use all of these acknowledgements and these little achievements to make the most as they progress onto the right career path for them. If you found this video useful and you'd like to see more content aimed at supporting career guidance counselors, please consider subscribing. If you have any thoughts or comments about how you celebrate successes or how you tackle challenges in your guidance, or if you have any suggestions for topics that you'd like to see covered on the channel, please get in touch. I'd love to hear from you. I look forward to speaking with you soon.